We know that people in Nottingham will have been really shocked by the tragic fire in Grenfell Tower this week. We wanted to talk to you a bit about what we have been doing. As a mark of respect, we've lowered our flags to half-mast and we've opened a book of condolence at the Council House in Old Market Square. So if you feel you would like to, please go and sign that. We know how generous the people of Nottingham are, and so if you want to make financial donations, the details will appear on the screen of how you can do that. Of course, we know that you will be concerned about our own tower blocks in Nottingham, and we've been working with our partners to make sure that we can make our tower blocks as safe as they possibly can be, and working with our partners, the fire service, and of course with Nottingham City Homes, who manage those tower blocks that we at Nottingham City Council own. And so Nick Murphy from Nottingham City Homes is going to tell you some of the actions that they are going to be taking to make sure that our homes in Nottingham are as safe as they can be. Nick?
Yes, and I'd like to add my condolences from everyone at Nottingham City Homes about the tragic loss of life. We're all very shocked and upset by what has happened. And understandably, some of our tenants and leaseholders, our residents, have been in touch asking for more information and for reassurance about the safety of the homes that they live in. Firstly, we've been asked questions by some of the residents in tower blocks about the cladding that we've used to insulate the tower blocks that we manage. And I can confirm that we have not used the same cladding as they used at Grenfell Tower on any of our tower blocks. All our blocks have regular fire risk assessments. That's to check that all the fire safety measures are in place and that all our management processes are working correctly. But there's no room for complacency, and as an urgent action, we will review all the current fire risk assessments on our tower blocks. We'll ask for support from Nottinghamshire Fire and Rescue Service, who we work very closely with, and we'll invite independent assessment as well to provide reassurance for all our residents. Critically, we'll also invite tenant representatives to be involved so we can make sure that any concerns from our residents are clearly heard and responded to. And as soon as there's any learning from the Grenfell Tower fire, we'll include this in our fire risk assessment straight away. We're going to review the current stay put policy with Nottinghamshire Fire and Rescue Service, but that does remain the very strong advice nationally from the fire service at the moment. And we've been in very close liaison with Nottingham City Council, and together there are a number of new proposals that we'd like to bring forward to discuss with residents. We want to start a programme of sprinkler installations in our tower blocks, initially in the common areas and the corridors, and we want to talk to residents about possibly extending that into flats as well. And we want to look at improving the intercom systems in our tower blocks so it's easier to get message to all residents quickly. Most importantly, we want to work with our residents to listen to any thoughts, any concerns that they may have. So we'll be organising a series of residents' meetings in all of our tower blocks. We'll invite Nottinghamshire Fire and Rescue Service along, and we're committed to listening to our residents, acting on their concerns. Now, there's a lot of information available. We'll be writing to all of the residents in our tower blocks this weekend with information and how to contact us if they have any immediate concerns.
Thank you, Nick. But of course, in Nottingham, we don't just have tower blocks where people live that are Nottingham City Council properties. There are other tower blocks within the city that are private developments. So we will also be working closely with the Fire and Rescue Service to see what advice we can get to make sure that those privately developed and privately owned tower blocks are as safe as they can be too. And we're working with our planning colleagues to make sure we have the best information possible about the construction of those tower blocks too. So you can see that in Nottingham City, we're taking this issue very seriously and working together with all our partners to ensure that people in Nottingham are as safe as they can be.